Coming through with the strength in you. Dun 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 dun. Coming through with the strength in you. Hey boo. Hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, what it do. Coming through with the strength in you. You made it. Good job. Strength in you. Coming through. Strength in you. Coming through. Hey boo. Hey, boo, since the song cut off and you couldn't get it, happy Monday. Monday, 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 Monday. We made it. We made it. We made it through weekend. It's Monday. We here. Ow. No. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Strength and You. We coming through today with that push through like we always do because it's the only way to get through when life throws at you. Hey, I got them bars. Anyway. So this is gonna be a fun show. It's a Mimic Monday show. Hey, Sugarfoot, how you doing, honey? It's a Mimic Monday, which means I am encouraging you to do things for yourself, not to necessarily mimic me, but just to have that strength and that energy from me to you to keep going forward in what you're going through. So I don't know if my brother is going to tune in today. He got some situations going on. So hopefully he gets to tune in. But if not, shout out to Wisdom. And we send prayers up for whatever it is that's going on. So, yes, guys, I am also gonna encourage you to be in them comments and sharing stuff that you want to see me do because remember, this is all about you. Nobody's paying me for this. Everything that I do is just for you. So I'm hoping that what I do inspires you to not only get up and move forward, but to do it with positivity and truth and happiness because you deserve to be happy. You don't let stroke or no other trauma steal from you what you deserve. So before we even go any further, let me also encourage you to head over to YouTube, The Strength in You. The put that there on there, The Strength in You, and subscribe to our page, my channel. Um, if you can't always listen or watch it live like this, you can always tune in via iHeartRadio or Google Podcasts or wherever it is you can find a podcast. You're probably gonna find The Strength in You because, honey, I've been working. But so we're gonna see what happens and make it do what it do, boo. Hey Sandra Boo. What's up, honey love? But y'all know, you already know I gotta come with some education because you can't grow if you don't educate yourself, right? So without further ado, you know what time it is, right? Let me get into the word of the day, don't wait, educate. The word of the day, don't wait, educate. Educate. I don't know why my videos not letting y'all catch the whole song, but the word of the day, it don't wait. We educate. That's what we're doing right now. So what's our word of the day? I got two. Since it's just me, I'm gonna fill up my time the way I need to do what I do. Now, so remember, we're learning together. So don't judge me. Well, I don't give a damn if you do, but this is for us to learn and grow together. So I'm looking at this word and I'm seeing percent and culpable. We're gonna find out how right I am. We finna find out how right I am together, guys, because you know that's how we do. So if you're commenting right now, I'm sorry I can't do too many things at one struck brain. But let's see what these words are real quick. Hold on, we're gonna start with this one. Percent. Percent. I hope I'm saying that right. We're gonna find out though. I did not fully have this ready, but we're gonna see. This is why I love my show, guys, because it's always raw. I never come to you with an edited video or anything. Well, I'm not saying I will never do that, but I'm saying I usually try to come with you raw because I want you to see that life happens and you have to adjust when life does do what it do, or when you're not always prepared or whatever, whatever. So let's see how we say this word. Present. That don't even look right. That's what they saying, y'all. You see, Monday, July 31st, 2023. They saying this says present. I don't know how that's present, but okay. Having powerful, I mean, having great power or influence. My grandfather thought he ruled the house, but we all knew grandma was the most precinct. Let me see if it's saying pre, because the pre is PRE. I'm tired of these words. Precinct. This is some old ass English. That's why I'm tired of it. Anyway, the new leader will often demonstrate their precinct level with a show of power as soon as they come to office. That's facts. The most precinct candidate to win the election. So let's see. My sentence for precinct. Give me your sentence for precinct. Put that in the young comments. Let me see what your sentence is for precinct. Y'all saw that word. This word does not say precinct, but they said it do. Let's see what it do. Let me see. Precinct. Thank you, my love. I'm trying my best. And if I can't do nothing else in this world, I aspire to inspire others never to give in to giving up on themselves, because we're all going through something. It's hard out here for a pimp. And when you down, there's nowhere else to go but up. So that's all I've been trying to do was come up ever since I hit down. I literally hit the flow. So I've been trying to come up ever since. But anyway, precinct. Okay. I'm going to kind of go off that first sentence because most households think that they're under a man's rule, but most kids know that moms have all the precincts in those households. Precinct, that's my word for precincts. That word ain't precinct, but they said it's precinct, so we're going to go with that. And I ain't going to even argue about it because I'm a stroke survivor, and them words old as hell. And that's how you learn new stuff. You just accept what is, and you keep it pushing. Love you, Jennifer Boo. Okay, we got our second word. Here it comes. I'm about to find out. I think that word is copable, which sounds as if you're coping with something, like you can deal. So let's see if I'm right. What you think it mean? Y'all hit me with them sentences in the comments, please. Let me see. Let me see what you think. Let's see. Culpable.
Culpable.
I was right. Culpable. Okay. It means deserving blame. The little boy's mother knew he was culpable for eating the last cookie because of the crumbs on his mouth. All of the evidence proved she was culpable for the accident. So, I always try to kind of relate my stuff to my real life. So, let's see. My sentence will be, I am the one who is culpable for my stroke because I didn't do what one doctor suggested when I was young enough to do it. So now I'm here. But without that, I wouldn't be this excellent person I am right now. So I'm not mad about it. So don't woe is me. Don't be sad about it. Just know strength in you always got that push through, baby. Because I was built Chicago tough. It ain't nothing I can't do. Because why? Come through with that strength in you. Okay. Okay, let's keep it pushing us. So we usually have our motivation time with our bro. But since our bro ain't here, I'm going to hit you with some young motivation because you know how I roll.
When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time. When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time.
So I'm stealing, I guess. I'm plagiarizing. No, I'm not. That just wasn't me, but you know that. So motivation time. Shout out to my bro Wisdom, but no. So my motivation for you is to be inspired by yourself, to be driven by the things that you've already accomplished and the things that you've already been through, knowing that there's nothing that you can't get through, knowing that, like I just finished saying before, when you're down, there's nowhere else to go but up. So don't you allow the things that you're going through to define who you are, because the things that you've been through do not make you who you are. It's how you deal with those things that define the person that you become. And without those things, you could not be strengthened by those things to know how resilient you really are and the things that you really are capable of. So my motivation time to you is, don't look to be inspired by nobody else. Be your own inspiration. See what you did yesterday and know that you're going to come even further today. Don't sell yourself short, and don't think nothing is too small, because every inch that you take is a mile closer to your success in your journey. So always keep a positive mind about the things you're doing and about the things you've already done, because as long as you keep in one foot in front of the other and you keep in that positive mindset and you working your ass off, you're gonna get what's necessary for you. Motivation time. Oh, let me hit you with a quote. So, quote from my childhood says, "If was a fifth, we'll all be drunk." I say that because in our household, you'd be like, what if? What if? Well, our parents didn't do too well with if, because you would never succeed if all you thought about was an if. And if it was a fifth, if you know what a fifth is, that's a big ass thing of alcohol. And if was a fifth, you'll be drunk all the time, which means you'll probably be dead from alcohol poisoning. So don't worry about no ifs, because if was a fifth, we'll all be drunk. Don't worry about that. All you can worry about is what you're trying to do. So just try. Try until you can't try no more. And that brings us right into
What's your history? Cause mine's a mystery. Let's uncover it and try to see.
history. History. Okay, y'all know I try not to bore people with history because I don't do history well either. I really don't do history well, but I've been looking at history in a positive light, not from a slavery standpoint or any of that. I've been trying to learn more about my people and everybody's people for that matter. So if you have some people about your history that you want to shine a light on, definitely send it to us at strengthenyou.org, or just go to the Facebook and hit me up in Messenger and put it out there, because history is important, because if you know where you've been, you know where you're going, because you can prevent some things that happened in the past that you won't have to happen in the future. So that's why I do history, because we only know it from a certain standpoint, and I just want to know positive and light, positive and enlightening things. So I bought me these urban intellectuals, these Black History cards. I've been using those. I got them from urbanintellectuals.com. I got a coupon if you're interested in getting you some. Just hit me up. We only gonna go with two people like we always do, and we've already finished the first edition. So this edition is the women's edition. This is, you can't see it that good, but there we go. This is the second edition. It's the women's edition. So everybody you're gonna get from me is women's, but that don't mean, I mean, are women. But that does not mean that I don't like my men. That just mean right now we're in a deck that's all about women. So yes, honey. Yes, Stephanie, baby, how you doing? Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate y'all tuning in, because you ain't had to be here. You could have been anywhere around the world, but you here with your girl. Yay! Okay. Remember, my whole goal is to aspire. I'm aspired to inspire, and I'm just trying to put those good vibes out there to remind you that you are not what happened to you, and the strength lives in you to get through anything that life throws at you, because you are strong, you are resilient, you are beautiful, you are perfectly imperfect, and there's nothing in this world that you can't do. Don't put no cap on your life. Don't let nobody tell you you're disabled. You're just different than anybody else, but we're all different, and that's what makes us special. But anyway, let's get into these two queens. So the first queen we're going to talk about is Audre Lorde. I think I said that right. She was born February 18, 1934. She died November 17, 1992. I don't even know who this person is, so I love learning like new stuff. This is awesome, y'all, for real, for real. She was a poet, a feminist, a womanist, and a civil rights activist. She learned to use poems to express her feelings as a result of difficult communicating as a child. Almost sound like she was like a lot of us stroke survivors. She had aphasia, but she anyway. She worked as a professor in the 1950s and 1960s, where she furthered her self-acceptance as a lesbian woman and influenced students to think more deeply. She empowered African women living in Europe to become more conscious through an Afro German movement she started in Berlin. Poetic and prose work written by Lord dealt with personal issues, feminism, civil rights, and black female individuality. So basically, she was just a person being herself, loving who she was, and just trying to empower people to think a little further outside of the spectrum and don't limit your mind. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Miss Audrey Lord. That's who she was, guys. So if you want to get into a little more research, you know how you can just go and look that joint up, because that's what it's all about. That's why I'm putting it out there. Hey, hey, boo. Yes, James, you strengthening you come through, baby. You already I'll be so ready on a Monday. Y'all, I'm alive. So anywho, let me see if I say her name right. Asada Shakur. Asada Shakur. Okay, she was born July 16th. She just had a birthday. July 16th, 1947. Happy birthday. And she's still alive to the present day. Kudos. She is a civil rights activist and a member of the Black Panther Party. She's regarded as a hero for her protest against racism and her role in the 1970s Black Liberation Army. Community advocate, wait, community advocate who helped the poor by organizing a free breakfast program and a health clinic. Love to hear it. Became the first woman to be placed on the FBI's most wanted list after escaping from Cuba after escaping to Cuba from prison where she was serving a life sentence for the 1973 murder of a police officer. Because back in those days, you couldn't be murdering no police officers if you was black. So they wanted to give her life for something that was well, I wouldn't say a mistake, but she was a human and she did what she did. They be so extra. Anyway, that's not the point. Many people believe Shakir Many people believe Shakur to be a political champion who is innocent of criminal accusations against her. I believe so too, because chances are people did stuff. If she hurt or killed the police officer, chances was, especially back in those days, she was protecting herself from something. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we're almost into our Mimic Monday, guys. I'm standing my robe from that because when I pop out, I don't want you to think I'm about to. But anyway, so those was our two queens for Black History Month. Well, not Black History Month, but Black History Time. And as I said, please, 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 I am encouraging you to share your history. It's important to the world. And maybe if we all learn each other's history a little differently, we can come together and it could look different and we could shine a light. And it won't be so much hatred out here. But anyway, a girl can dream, right? Planes.
Let's raise awareness, you see. Why? Because prevention is key.
Okay, so you know what time it is. It's a little awareness time. I ain't got nothing too crazy for you. Just a little something. Raising awareness. We've already been talking about it last week, and we talked about it the week before, because I want us to start doing more awareness in general, because that was the whole reason I wanted a podcast to begin with, because people think that stroke is something that happens to old people. And I was like, well, I got to keep raising this awareness because I'm noticing more of my stroke survivor friends are getting younger and younger and younger. So I'm like, if I don't raise awareness, some of my friends who be watching me on these pages can go through this same crap. And I wouldn't wish this on my enemy, because when I tell you daily pain is a part of my everyday life, it is. But but that's not the part I focus on. So I'm just trying to raise awareness. So I know you're probably gonna get tired of hearing me talk about some of the same things that I'm gonna talk about, but it's to change somebody's life, to hopefully prevent um more, and get these numbers to drop and decline. Because when I tell you these strokes are everywhere, and my next one, I think I'm gonna do some cancer facts, because cancer is also another thing that's everywhere, and I don't have facts on it, so I don't want to state facts, but I must state my opinions because we talking. And please, please, please put your opinions in these comments, guys, and let me know what you think. But when it comes to cancer, I think the numbers are going as crazy as they're growing. It's because the food we're eating. And I'm not talking about just going to a fast food restaurant. I'm talking about even the stuff in the grocery store. Because in going through this journey through stroke, I have had the pleasure of meeting a lot of people from other countries like Canada and Australia and Dubai and just other places. And I'm learning that there's a lot of things that are legal in the US that are illegal in other places. So that tells us that our government, which we already know, don't really get. And I'm this ain't even a color thing. This is a all the people thing because it don't matter who you are. We all going through it in the grocery stores. They say it's organic. They charge you all this money for organic. That probably really ain't organic. We don't fucking really know. We just got to go off their word. Then we got to pay all this money, and then all the stuff like the red dye 44 whatever it is and the biodegradable stuff. If you look at some of your food, your cereals and stuff, you'll notice that it gets a lot of unhealthy products in it. And yeah, I don't know, I feel saddened because I feel like these diseases and these ailments are just all around us, and we are just trying to keep our eyes closed to things. Well, I wouldn't say keep our eyes closed to things, but I'll say we don't talk about things like we should because people have embarrassment or whatever the reason is, but we just need to do better. But anyway, the first thing I want to tell you, be fast. Be fast. I cannot stress that enough. I'm gonna keep telling you till I'm blue in the face. You might be on the bus, you might be at work, you might be at school, you may be anywhere, and you may notice these things, and these can save somebody's life. So please teach these to your children, teach them to your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your aunts. Teach be faster to everybody because it can save somebody's life. I will not stress it enough. Well, I'm gonna stress it enough over and over again. Be faster. Be balanced. You may notice somebody they off their balance. They was just standing there just fine, but now they can't stand there. They ain't drunk. They ain't high. They just can't stand there no more. Something ain't right. Then the eyes. You notice their eyes are shifting. They can't focus their eyes. Um, F is for face. Face starts to droop a little bit, and then and then remember, these are not always the signs for everybody, but these are the most common signs. And the only reason I'm doing this, as I said, is to raise awareness because strokes are all around us and they are happening everywhere. And if you know the signs, you may be able to prevent somebody from having real bad deficits because the faster you get them to the hospital, the better their chances of recovery. So, what was I? Face. F is for face. So yeah, you might notice the face starts to just shift. A arm. They don't have no strength in their arm, so the arm just starts to kind of fall over. Where am I? Be faster. Oh, S, speech. So you're trying to talk to them, and when they talking to you, they gibbering. It's gibberish. You can't understand it, um, or it's slurred. Um, T. That means it's time, guys. It's time. Okay, that's where the E come from. I'm all slapping myself. Fucking stroke. It's time for the emergency. The R is the room. So be faster. Balance. Eyes. Face. Arm. Speech. Time for the emergency room. The quicker you get someone to the hospital, the faster, the better their chances of recovery. So as I said, I know you're probably gonna get tired of hearing me talk about this stuff, but I'm just trying to save somebody's life because I went through it and I wouldn't wish it on an enemy. And the fact that I wouldn't wish it on an enemy says I need to tell these things. So obesity is the thing that adds to it. That don't mean go over there and try to be skinny or get bulimic or nothing like that. That just means have moderation with the things that you eat and you're consuming. Watch what you're eating. Regular exercise at least 3 times a week. You ain't got to do nothing crazy. Just go for a walk around the block. You're just trying to save your life, okay? You ain't trying to save nobody else's life but your own. So get up. It's to calm down. I was too hyped. Get up and do a little exercise, even if that means you don't want to go outside. Because some people they're a little overweight and they're a little self-conscious in their body. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Turn on some music, dance in your house, just get that heart rate pumping because your heart rate and a softened heart is what helps prevent or keep strokes at minimum. If you're a smoker, I am gonna tell you to try to quit. I'm not judging you by no means, but just try to quit because smoking just makes your blood vessels narrow, or it makes them too thick, which makes it hard for your blood to pump like it needs to. So that adds to stroke risk. And then only about 10 people are like completely recover from smoking. recover from this thing. So again, I don't want nobody to go through this. So that's why it's important for me to advocate and make raise awareness about these strokes and everything, because I was 31 years old when my life changed completely, and it has never been the same ever since. Okay. Um 90% of people are left with deficits. Like, it's just what it is. But that's neither day. I see now my reception is gonna be, yeah, it's just what it is. So thank you for still being here, even though my reception is trying to be a pain in my butt. So, okay, here we go. Don't forget, catch this on hashtag replay because I see my internet is being janky right now. But we're going to get right on into this topic. Mimic Monday. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. So I got a few things I'm about to do. Um, the first thing I'm gonna do is, you see this thing. It's a brizard, right? I'm gonna put it on right here with you. Let me see how I'm gonna show you. Remember, bear with a sister. I'm doing everything that I do with one hand. There is nobody with the camera doing all of the maneuvering and stuff like that. So again, you give me as raw as I come. I don't know how to come to you no other way. Now, let me see. Hold on. Because I got to be able to show you. And because I got to be able to show you, I'm so glad I'm not shy. Okay. My bra pretty though. I ain't wearing this one today. Don't worry. This is just for the video. Okay. There goes some bra action. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. Okay. So as you see, my left hand is my left hand. It does what it don't do. And this is how I gotta put on my bra whenever I want pretty titties. And I don't want to wear a sports bra because guess what? Just because we stroke survivors don't mean we don't want to have pretty boobies. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna show you something for your nut huggers, because I'm gonna show something else for our coochie protectors. I really hope you can see what I'm doing. I really do. I'm snapping, guys. I'm snapping. One. It didn't go. Remember, sometimes it don't always work out the first time. So you have to be persistent in your recovery. It's not gonna work out right away or just because you want it to. So you have to be patient. Now I'm over here trying to get my hooks together. I wasn't intending on showing you this today, but because we had a situation, I'm adapting to that situation. Look, this is not. Hold on. Wait, I need my leg. Actually, I think you can see better from that place anyway. So I got my middle finger behind it. Dang it, I keep pulling it out. And this is exactly my point though, guys. Don't get frustrated. Just take a breath and try again. And when that don't work, you take another breath and then you try again. I got it. So see, I got it. Now I'm gonna bring you back up because I'm gonna take you back down in a minute. Okay, I got it. You saw me clamp it. Now, so to put this thing on, ladies. Okay, sirs, you just enjoy the moment. Okay, this ain't for you. Well, I don't know, cause apparently that's a new thing too. I ain't gonna worry about that. But you put your affected arm first. You're not gonna always have no help. You gotta do what you gotta do to. I see life trying to life me. Hair, my hair. Oh, okay. So, okay, I got two more things for y'all after this. All right. So there you go. That's how you put that thing on. Boom. You can make yours pretty too. So, okay. And then that's how you take it out. Now, I was just talking about, I always talk about these coochie protectors because let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, and know that I'm still sore my surgery, y'all. So that's why I haven't did nothing yet. But these things right here, you see them things? Them things. I call them coochie protectors, and if you're a man, I call them your nut huggers. But so I found this thing at Walmart, and I think we used to call it like the Jane Fonda back in the day. And you use that. Sorry, y'all can see my table too. That's what you're looking at. But let's see. How do I usually? Oh, I usually have to hold it like this, and you squeeze, and you squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze with the push, and squeeze with the push, and squeeze with the push, and bow, and bow, and bow, and bow, and bow. Okay, now, but again, like I told you guys, I love you, and my Mimic Mondays ain't. It's not to brag, boast, or to make you feel no kind of way. It's to inspire you to find a way out of no way and um, do what's necessary for your recovery. So for the last thing I'm gonna show, because you see my arm is tight, and it's always tight. Whew, that was a good crack. But if you can find you, well, no, you not if you can find this elastic band, I'm gonna put it in the link at the bottom of this video after the live show is over because y'all know I can't do too many things at once. But anyway, I'll put a link on the bottom of this video and also on strengthinu.org. So you can head over there to click it and buy you one. But you use this band, it's a resistance band, and it helps you resist. But work out is the better word while you're sitting because many of us can't do all that standing, jumping, skipping craziness. So you got to build up. And one thing I've learned in doing all of this PT and OT is especially for your arm. The arm usually recovers from the shoulder down. So no matter what we're doing to our hand, if you're not gaining nothing in that shoulder range of motion wise, you ain't going nowhere. You're gonna stay contracted. So that's why now, because my fingers are straight. I already got that surgery. That's not the issue now. Now I got straight fingers and can't do nothing with it because I'm contracted in the elbow. So this is saying this is gonna help to loosen up that contraction and get that thing used to it. So I'm encouraging you to grab your resistance band and let's get it. Mimic Monday in effect. There we go. 10. See? 9. And then don't have to go far. 8. You just have to go 7. And you have to activate that muscle. That's what it's all about. Activate that muscle. Come on, you got this. Believe in yourself. 6. You got that strength in you. 5. Ain't nothing you can't do. Come on, baby. 4. Push through. You got this. Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3. You almost there. Don't stop. Don't quit. You almost there. Just go. Just push it. And 3. Oh, did I say 3? I don't know. But 3 again. You only got 2, 1 left. Come on. When we get to that 1, we're going to hold it the best you can. Because again, the only reason these videos exist is to encourage you to never give in to giving up on yourself. Now I'm about to tighten it so I can pull it harder. Here we go. This the last one. Come on, Joey. Push. Push. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Now, matter of fact, I want to do that 10 times. Because my subscap. 3. It's tight. 4. Come on. 5. Ain't nothing you can't do. 6. You got that strength in you. 7. Don't let nobody tell you about your life. 8. Don't let nobody tell you about your recovery. 9. Don't let nobody tell you how long it's supposed to take. Don't let nobody tell you what it's supposed to look like. Only you know that. Only God knows that. That ain't for nobody else to decide or to force you to do or to make you feel less than. So through all these Mimic Mondays and through all of these Strength and Use and through all of these stroke camps and through all of these, everything that we do every time we do it, is to encourage you to take your life back. Take your power back. Take your happiness back. Take your peace of mind back. Do not allow trauma, thoughts, somebody else's perception, nothing else dictate how you live your life or how hard you try. Because that's what it's about, is trying. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is to try. Because number one, that requires you to be uncomfortable. And don't nobody like to be uncomfortable. But uncomfortability brings growth. You can't grow if you're trying to keep doing the same stuff you've been doing in the same order you've been doing it. You're literally going to remain the same. So I want you to take every opportunity as an opportunity to gain the best version of yourself that was really meant for you to be. You can't be who you are trying to be what somebody else telling you you're supposed to be. And oftentimes, sorry, oftentimes we are so busy trying to get acceptance from other people that we stop accepting ourselves. And when you stop accepting yourself, you know what happens, what comes with that. That's when low self-esteem comes. I'm trying to pull it out now. because somebody else is getting to convince you of who you are. Can't nobody convince you of nothing that you already know about yourself. So I hope that through all of my word of the days, wisdom's motivation time, our awareness talks, even our slight history lessons, that you're being empowered. That I'm feeling your fire to know that I know things feel like it's all on fire right now, but that's how that phoenix gonna merge. Cause you burning down old walls, you burning down old bridges, you burning down oldness that don't need to be there no more. It doesn't need to exist in your life anymore. Your phoenix is trying to emerge from those ashes, and you too busy trying to hold on to an old house. Let that shit go. Let it go. It's no longer meant for you. And sometimes we go through stuff and we trying to figure out why. Because that's the only way you find your growth. You can't find your growth being the same, right? So again, I say, ooh, ooh, that was a good crack. These little exercises just made me do that, but I'm coming up out this thing. First, let me ask you, is there anything that you would like to see on a Mimic Monday? Because next week probably gonna be the same show, not this type of show, but a real Mimic Monday where I'm probably gonna, because my foot should be better by the end, and hopefully I can jump and do some other stuff. But no, I want to make sure that I am giving you guys everything that you need to make sure, um, like I said, I'm feeling your fire. That's I want to do that. I want to feel your fire. I want to be the light at the end of the darkness when you feel like there's no hope. What would joy do? This ain't no what would Jesus do moment, but no, real talk. I just want to feel your fire and keep you encouraged, keep you empowered, keep you thriving to know what you're actually capable of. Because it's easy to feel less than or incapable of doing something real quick. But if you got somebody that's helping to remind you of the strength that's inside of you, you can't forget that easy. It's in you. And they're reminding you every day, every week, 3 times a week. But what is some activities that you would like to see on Mimic Mondays so that we can make them better for you, so they can be a better experience, and just more of what you're looking for. Hit me in the comments and let me know what you want for a Mimic Monday show. Also, and remind you again, the stroke camp is around the corner. Y'all will be tired of hearing me talk about stroke camp because I'm gonna keep trying and trying and trying and trying. We are still trying to get donations so we can get some people to stroke camp who don't have the financial means to do that, or even the emotional or mental support. So with that being said, let me say to some of you caregivers, this is not for everybody. So I'm just gonna say if the shoe fits, okay? Um, there are survivors of trauma who are going through these things, and they rely on you to take care of them with their finances and with their mental and emotional support. And when you just get their checks and then you don't do your part, you're helping to tear them down, and it's not being conducive to this world. So if you're not going to be a benefit, just remove yourself from their lives. Put them in a better situation to where they can be around people who really going to be there for them and motivate them and love them and encourage them, because we need to be loved and encouraged and pushed for positivity, not negativity. You shouldn't tell somebody down who's just trying to do something good. If you got a stroke survivor and they saying to you, I just want to go to stroke camp, you should be able to find a way to make that happen for them, especially if you're that caregiver, because that's one thing they want to do once a year. So, with all that being said, if you know somebody who wants to come, if you know this somebody who's willing to support, share, 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 share. There is the link right there, guys. We are trying to get to stroke camp in Asheville, North Carolina. We have a GoFundMe right now. You can go to GoFundMe /06232245 and you can donate to our GoFundMe. Strength in you with that push through, never giving in to giving up on ourselves. And we're just reminding one another um, that we matter. We are important. We need one another. Please, guys, stop taking advantage of these people. It bothers me so much that I'm only one person. I wish I can clone myself and do more because I want to help so many people, and I wish I can advocate for those who can't because there's so many people who are survivors of stroke, who have aphasia, who have lost self-esteem and empowerment in themselves to be able to speak up for themselves. So they get taken advantage of, and it's not okay. It's not okay by no means. So I need you. I need your help more than anything. If you see something, say something. And with this GoFundMe thing, even if you can't donate, guys, just share all the information, share the importance of it, because not GoFundMe. Stroke Camp is not just for stroke survivors, it's also for the caregivers. So don't think you'll just be sending stroke survivors to Stroke Camp. If you want to go with them, you are welcome to come. And it's not even just for the caregivers, it's for the family. So if you have any family who just want to be there to support you, they are welcome. The registration is $150. And the main thing you'll have to pay for is your plane ticket. But that's why we're doing this fundraiser. That's why I'm doing it, because I'm trying to help some people be able to pay for their travel. And y'all all know right now the airlines are tripping with these tickets. So, ain't nobody got it like that. And then most of us real talk is on a fixed income, and SSI ain't no real money. And even the SSD ain't no real money in some cases because the cost of living is ridiculous. So you robbing Peter to pay Paul, and yeah, whatever. But yeah, so again, I'm going to tell you to put the work in for yourself. Don't wait on nobody to do nothing for you. You are your biggest hurdle is you versus you. You are your only competition. Don't worry about what nobody else is saying to you about you, because if they ain't doing nothing for you, what they saying don't matter to you. Good afternoon, Latanya Sugarfoot, sweet face, honey love. No, but always keep that in mind. People are always going to have things to say and what they think it should look like and what they feel. And that's what we've talked about before. Opinions are like assholes, and we all have one. But that doesn't mean it shakes you. It doesn't move you. It don't do anything to you because it's not valid to you. Now, if it's some truth to it, then you t- you take ownership of what is, and you do what's necessary, because can't nobody help you more than you. I don't give a damn if you're going to therapy right now. If you're not applying what the therapist taught you, you doing yourself a disservice. You're self-sabotaging your own life. So, um, again, I'm gonna just encourage you as much as I can to be faster, to always believe in you more than anybody else can, to try your very best at everything you do. I don't give a damn what it is. When I tell you I don't care what it is, I mean that. If you hitting it, you better hit it the best way you can, the best you can. Anything you do in this world, you need to really try your best, unless it's not good, of course. If it ain't good, that's what you don't need in your life anyway. That ain't conducive to you. So I'm gonna tell you like I've always told you. Hey, Rosanna Boo, how you doing, Rose, honey? Um, I'm gonna tell you like I always told you. Since this is Monday, and I know I was mimicking physical things, but I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna encourage you to mimic my emotional and my mental. Mimic that. Because like I said, I'm in pain daily. But people won't always know that because I don't carry myself that way. Because everything is about perception. So if you perceive everything as bad, that's what it's always gonna be. It's gonna just always be bad. So if you see everything as there's a lesson in everything that you're going through, then that's going to be exactly what you get from it. It's not going to be a woe is me. So, with all that being said, how you perceive your life is what it is. And if you want it to be better, then the only person that can make that happen is you. You got to fight for you more than any doctor, spouse, child. Can't nobody fight for your life more than you can fight for your life. So I'm encouraging you to just do little things because little things add up to monumental gains. Whether that's taking a walk around your block, whether that's starting to dance in your kitchen while you're cooking, whether that's drinking more water, whether that's speaking life into yourself and not speaking negative. Because what you speak reiterates to your brain what is. So if you're always speaking and spewing out negative energy, you're um, reiterating it to your brain and redirecting, not redirecting, solidifying. That's the word. Negative talk, and we don't do negative self-talk. We're speaking positive affirmations. There's enough negativity around you to go on for the rest of your life. You don't need that to do it to yourself. You need to elevate yourself in order to be your best self. Only thing that's constant in this world is changing. You're changing every day, whether you know it or not. We don't know if it's for the good or bad. That's up to you. You make the choice every day. So mimic positive thoughts, mimic positive behaviors, mimic positive entities, mimic whatever is good for you. It ain't gonna always feel good right away. What's my doctor want to call me? I don't know what to do about this. I'm gonna end early, y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna call them back. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Of course, the last 9 minutes. Anyway, see, this ain't what you think. This is what anyway. Again, mimic positive things. There's enough negativity going on around you that you don't have to add to. You have to practice because positive positive self-talk is not something that's going to come easy or right away. It's going to take practice, especially if you've been a person that beat yourself down. Because oftentimes we are our hardest or biggest critics. And if you've been busy beating yourself down, it's going to take just as much practice to lift yourself up. It's going to take just that much practice. So when you're done watching this podcast, go in that mirror and look at yourself and remind yourself of how beautiful you are, inside and out, and how much you've already accomplished and how much more you're going to do because of how much you refuse to give up on you. And you're going to teach everybody around you to have stroke. I know you said, what she say? Yeah, I said that. Because I'm redefining what that is. It's an acronym for me now. We done turned everything into acronyms, right? Stroke means strength through recovery over needing emotions. Ain't no woe is me. Ain't nobody massaging what has happened to me. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not of nothing that you've been through. Whether it was stroke, molestation, amputee, just deaths, rapes, no matter what it is that you've been through. If you've been through it, that means you got through it. So you've been having strength through recovery this whole time. So ain't no point of massaging that what was me. That's why we having strength through recovery over needing emotions. Cause why not you? Who else can do it like you? Can't nobody do it like you. That's why you the one who doing it. Everybody got a story to tell. Everybody got a lane to walk in. We all got our own roads to go on. And only when you go through yours will you know why it was meant for you to be on that bridge or to go down that road. And oftentimes in those roads, we are uncomfortable because we're doing things that we've never had to do. But that's the only way to achieve things that you've never had is by doing things that you've never done. And that's one of the hardest things to ever do. To make yourself on to make yourself intentionally uncomfortable is not the easiest thing in the world to do, to walk away from something. to make yourself uncomfortable on purpose. But that's how you grow. That's how you excel. So don't fight it. Be true to it. Let it fuel your fire. Let your phoenix emerge from them ashes so that you can keep soaring as high as you can possibly go. And you remember, when you say you're going to do something, life going to throw it at you to see what's going to happen. So don't be mad or don't be sad or don't feel away because life is going to keep life in you for a minute. But that's because you said you wanted to change. So now it's going to see, and you got to prove it. And you ain't proving it to life, you're proving it to yourself that you're strong enough to do it. So when you keep hitting the bottom, just keep getting up. Because it's the only place left to go is up. When you're down, so don't worry about falling. Just get on up. We all fall sometimes. Don't be ashamed of it. That's the human in you. You're supposed to fall because how else you going to learn? Every time you fall, you learn a better way to not hit your face or a better way not to twist your ankle or a better way. So, I mean, every time you fail, you're even closer to success. So don't worry about falling. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about nothing except never giving up. You are worth it. So you can never give in to giving up on you. And that's why you got to mimic positivity, mimic happiness. It's a state of mind. And it all comes from practice and your perception of your own life and your surroundings and everything that you got going on and how you want to view it. So, as I said, just remember the warrior that's inside of you. Remember that you got strength through recovery of needing emotions. Remember why not you? Because ain't nobody else strong enough to do it like you. So embrace it. Know that you're going through it because you're strong. You're capable. You're loved. You are necessary. I'm about to go ahead and call my doctor back. But I love you. Put your crown on. Put that crown up there. Put that lantern inside that crown, and you're going to turn that light all the way up. And the light is going to radiate all over your body, and anything that's negative going to bounce back, and you're not going to embrace or accept it. Because things can come into you if you don't accept it. Even if somebody throwing it at you, if you choose not to accept it, it can't penetrate you. So you make a choice for you to not accept somebody else's negativity. You will not embrace that light. You will not embrace that energy because there is nothing dark about you. You're only searching and seeking out the light because that's what you want. And you're only going to surround and embrace light. Anything of difference, you're going to remove it from your life, whether that means you're going to walk away or you're going to distance yourself from that situation or entity or whatever it is. But always speak life into yourself. Always encourage yourself. Embrace every moment. Know that you got the strength to get through everything that life throws at you. So as I say, come through with that strength in you to push on through what life throws at you. Never giving in to giving up on yourself and knowing your worth. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve to smile. You deserve inner peace. So I want you to go. I want you to be great. I want you to continue the rest of your week with good energy, speaking light and love and positive affirmations into yourself, mimicking only positive energy. You're not gonna give. You know how people be like, I'm gonna match your energy. Nah, don't dumb yourself down for nobody. Don't match nobody's energy. If somebody ain't got the energy that you want around you, just dismiss them from you. Don't match nobody's energy. Don't shift who you are as a person to match nobody's energy. they ain't relevant to you. Know yourself enough to know that your energy is the energy that you want to match. And you want it to be unmatched within yourself. I love you. You are appreciated. You are needed. You are valued. You are resilient. You are everything you're meant to be, perfectly imperfect. Don't let nobody, well, don't give a damn about nobody judging the size of your shoes, the thing walking in. Go forward with strength and with pride and with your head held high. And know that you are important. I love you with everything in me. And I really hope that you can donate to my GoFundMe and just share it if you can. And we appreciate you guys. And until next time, catch us on Wednesday for Strokes of Humor if you want to laugh with some strokies. And also, we have a private support group every Friday on Google Meet that you can get the link off of strengthenyou.org, or you just go to the Facebook page, Strengthen You. Facebook.com/I'm Strive. Until next week, honey loves, thank you for watching.